Alright, hi guys, welcome to another devlog video. I keep forgetting to make these. I recently, I was like, I need to make another one because I did a whole bunch of stuff for it. I guess the reason why I wasn't really making them is because I'm currently in school and it consumes a lot of my time, so I just didn't have a whole lot of time to work on Vacant 2. But I have been working on Vacant 2, which means that I have shit to show you guys. I hear Michelle coming in. So this is this is the I Apartments, or Hayes' Apartments it's called in the scene. But basically in the first Vacant, for those who have played it, most of it takes place in an apartment building, the I Apartment building. And I redid it completely for Vacant 2 because you go back to the I Apartments at some point. You don't go into Jade's room. Hello, Michelle. I knew you were gonna come in.
Yeah, this thing is bent.
I know. I know. Well, I'll quickly explain to the audience who just came in. I'm ordering prints for a convention called HavenCon. If you're in Austin, come visit me. It's called HavenCon. And I ordered proofs for my print, and they always send proofs for the print in really flimsy packaging that always gets ruined. But whatever. Okay. So yeah, but go to HavenCon if you want to visit me. I'll be selling mostly prints. I was gonna sell Vacant, the first copy, but I decided against it. I decided to put most of my energy into Vacant 2 from now on. Just because I don't think Vacant, the first Vacant game, was really a bad game, but it was my first game that I've ever made by myself without any education, and I think it just shows. So I think I'm gonna try really, really hard to just make the second one as professional as possible, and hopefully it'll be received better from everybody. I think Vacant did okay. It didn't get like horrible reviews. It got bad reviews on Steam, but they got like half. Well, no, it didn't get like all bad reviews. It got like half and half. Like half people liked, half people didn't like it. It was like right down the middle, so it was like mixed reviews. And then reviewers. It was right down the middle for most reviewers too, like of like a 6 out of 10 or 3 out of 5 for most professional reviewers who reviewed it, which I was really honored that they even reviewed it. They took it quite seriously. That's why it got like the mixed reviews. It was like they're very, very serious reviews. But weirdly enough, Japan, or like Korea and Japan, any reviews from any of those sites gave it 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5. Like, they all loved it. Like, the Japanese and Korean players all thoroughly enjoyed it. It was just like the Italian and Russian and American reviews that were like, they liked it, but they just thought it wasn't executed to the best of its ability, which I think is fair. They said it had potential, it had a cool idea, but it just wasn't executed. And because I had no experience, how was I supposed to execute the game to the degree that they wanted it? Because I just didn't have the backbone for it. But for Vacant 2, I will. So hopefully, I'll actually meet expectations this time. So we'll pray. But I know I have learned a lot from the first game, so I think we won't run into nearly as many problems. And I don't think I'm going to put it on Steam until it does really, really well on Itch.io. And I'm really confident it'll do well on Steam. Then I'll put it on Steam. Otherwise, I won't do it. But anyway, this is Hayes' apartment. Yeah, completely redrawn. I rearranged his apartment too, I think. Or no, I didn't. I didn't rearrange it. So he just got like a new bed and stuff. I was gonna keep it as exact to the first game as possible, just for narrative purposes, because Hayes isn't the kind of character to buy new things, which means like he wouldn't buy like a new bed. This is like a completely different bed than it's in the first one. So I was going to do that, but then I thought, no, because I need to do this for portfolio reasons. So I decided to give him kind of a nice, like a new bed, maybe Rosalette, like bought him a new one. Rosalette's his girlfriend, this is Rosalette's room. They were not dating in the first game, but they are dating in Vacant 2. And this is her room, which all this artwork on the walls is going to be changed. I just have it for placeholders. I'm actually going to paint all the images, or hire people to artists to do the posters. I really want to hire artists to do the posters. I just think that'd be cool. I mean, I could do them myself, but I just think it'd be really cool if, like, I got artists from, like, different sites to do, like, different posters for each character. I just thought that'd be neat, but I'd have to have funding for that. So yeah, Hayes' room, which I still kind of try to keep bare, but yeah, I redid a whole bunch of stuff. Redid the cabinets. Hi, Michelle. Gave him what of this is. I need to fix the materials on this wall. I keep forgetting. I gave him a weird unicorn toy that's in the corner. It will be covered with a blanket, but after I earn enough money to get Marvelous Designer, I'm gonna put like a blanket over it, because Hayes covers his toys whenever people visit. Bathroom, didn't put a whole lot in there because it's such a small room. As you can see from the game menu over here, it's kind of a small room, so I didn't put like a whole bunch of stuff in there because there's no point. There's not like a whole point of, like, decorating this whole part because you don't even see it. Yeah, elevators. I need to change all the art for the elevators because again, I got that from Google. So I'm redoing all of the flat images. I'm putting it just for placeholders so I know what it is. Gave it a nice outside and give it the new roads and stuff. I think it's kind of interesting, especially since I'm doing the isometric view for the game, so the apartments do look different, but because the isometric view. But I decided to go isometric because with how perspective works on cameras, it kept the figures at the edges of the screen would elongate, and it was really driving me crazy. So I just decided to make it no perspective on the camera. That way they never elongate at the edges, especially since there's gonna be combat in the game. It's just, that was so annoying for people. So I said, okay, forget it. I'm just gonna make it no perspective, even though I like the perspective in Vacant. I decided to just take it out for this one. So yeah, this is the apartments. Gonna get rid of these trees. I think I'm gonna do something else with trees. I just put them in there, just again, placeholders. This isn't like the final version of each level. It's just like, you know, good enough for me to put my portfolio. So this is Hayes' apartment, and I'll show you which one's the next one. Oh, I think it's Orphan's office is next, which would be exciting. So I'll see you guys for the Orphan. All right, back again with Orphan's office. Okay, so this is like a little bit more lackluster. Let me do this. Why is there a hole in the? There's like a hole in the level. Anyway, so one of the more lackluster levels in my opinion, but this is like Orphan's office at the very top of the I building. Very different than the office from the first one, because the first office was very rushed and Vacant, because I was trying to meet a deadline, so it was very rushed. So this looks very different. He was able to put a lot more together for it. So yeah, he got new chairs. This chair looks very nice. These weird sci-fi chairs are really hard to model. They're unbelievably hard to model, but yeah, there's little sci-fi chairs. There's a little, you know, science fiction-y desk. This weird statue that I made. I need to change this door towards an Edeon door because I would really confuse people who are real intense with lore. People get real intense with the lore. Like if with Vacant, the comic book, if something was even like, I'll move this a little bit. If someone was like even a little off, someone would like tell me. So with the intense sci-fi fans, I have to change that door because then they'll be like, Orphan works for Edeon because he's got an Edeon door, and just because I was too lazy to put another door in. But anyway, so this is Orphan's office. It'll look very different. His model also look very different, be a lot better. So yeah, this was kind of hard to put together because of the weird shape of his office. It's very kind of hard to do like circles or hexagonal shapes in Unity and make it look like this. I mean, they're not hard, it's just hard to do with this kind of like look, but anyway. So yeah, this is not, his isn't that glamorous. I don't have a lot to say about it. I wish I did. I need to get rid of that hotspot. I don't need to be there. Get rid of that. Alright, I'm trying to think of the next thing to show you guys. I think I'm going to show you the apartment building that's coming up, but I can't say a whole lot about it. Being spoiler territory. So I won't say a lot about it, I'll just show you the way it looks. So there you go. Yeah. Okay, so here's the next one, which I can't really say like a ton about. It's just, yeah, I can't say a ton about this. Just a very, very, very bloody apartment. Just blood everywhere, almost to the shining level of blood. Yeah, I wanted it to be as bloody as possible. So it was kind of difficult to get these chairs look the way they do, because like I didn't know how to do the you can't really test physics in Unity, unfortunately, unlike Unreal. So I was like, how do I make it look like something exploded in this corner? Because something exploded and it's made the furniture go out, and I'm trying to figure out like a way to make it look like that. Now, when I say explode, I don't mean like an explosive, just something burst in the in this corner. So I had to go into Unreal, because Unreal has physics, and I had to put down all the props that like sorted like this room, and then had to shoot them like how an explosion would pull them out. And then I set down all the objects in comparison to the Unreal setup, so where it looks kind of convincing. But yeah, so I do like the way this came out. It's supposed to look like a New York loft or whatever, but and then this blood everywhere here, which so much blood. I just wanted to like an unreal amount of blood. Anyway, yeah, so I think it's bloody enough. The only thing I don't like about it is that it still looks like a little contained to this. Like there should be like speckles here and like around. But yeah, I can't say a whole lot more than that about this. It has the same bed as Haze, because you can barely see the bed, and I said, why not? Okay, so I think that's it. These are all assets. I just put them in there, just to have them, because I was too lazy to make buildings, so I just put something there. It looks fine. Like, they don't look bad. So, okay, I think, what's the next thing? Is there anything from here? Oh, yeah, there's the warehouse. Do I want to show the warehouse to you guys? I'm trying to think. So I don't want to show you guys everything. It's not even done, so I'm not going to show you guys the warehouse because it's not done. I'll show you guys gameplay. Alright, now I get to show you guys what I have for gameplay, which is going to be really hard to program. Because I'm not like a super talented scripter. I know how to read programming. I know how to edit programming, but I don't know how to make programming from scratch. I'm just not at that level right now. So what I did, am I safe to go to the internet? What I did is I got an asset. It's just my YouTube, okay. You guys get to see who I'm subscribed to. So let me go to Unity. I know this is real professional that I'm doing this on the browser. I could cut it, but alright, so I got this. No, what are you doing? Okay, hold on. After it loads, so I got an asset from the asset store. And I was like, maybe I'll just build off of another asset. Whatever. Okay. Let me build off another asset. Turn-based strategy. It's called Turn-based Strategy Framework, and I said I'll just build off of this for Vacant 2. That way I don't have to do it completely from scratch. And so I downloaded this, and I'm editing it and customizing it now. This is how it originally looks like. Just to pimp this person out. So this is like the original tutorial that I based it off of. Is this whatever this is, and I had to rearrange it and try to customize it to actually work for the game. It's proving to be difficult, but I got a lot of it to work already. It's not like really all that impressive to people who already know coding, but to me it's impressive. So it takes a moment to load. So okay, so the AI is already in the asset. That's already in the asset. All the AI and movement and all that. I just rearranged it to where these units are AI, because in the tutorial, when you get the asset, the tutorial scene is the only scene with square cubes, so that's why I used it. And the units are not enemies. So I had to make them enemies, basically. But how I have it is you click on this and this will, you can move around the stage. And I basically changed it to where the grid actually looks halfway decent when you click on them and not just like white blocks. Which was kind of tricky, but you know, not that hard. Another thing that I was able to do is camera movement. You use the WASD keys to move the camera. So those are the two main things I did. Right now, I am trying to figure out health bar, which is really difficult because the way the person did the code, I'm talking to them right now, but it's not like completely consistent amongst all scenes. It's like because there's a bunch of example scenes that they give you that I've been looking at, and the first example scene has a whole bunch of stuff that's a tutorial level doesn't, which kind of drives me crazy about the asset. I just wish there was like a scene with with the hexagon shapes, because as you can see, for people who don't understand, this is on a square grid, and the examples he has is on a hexagon grid. So there's certain scenes with hexagon grid, and there's certain scenes with square grid. And the square grid scenes don't have half the stuff the hexagon scenes have. And I kind of wish they didn't do that, because now I'm trying to put in all this stuff that's in the other scenes, like health bar. And it's proven difficult because the scripting isn't consistent across all scenes. So I can't figure out how to like include a health bar properly with the scripts that's associated with the tutorial scene. So I can't, yeah, like when, like I can go up and they'll fight me, but like they're like no health goes off. Yeah, like you can see that they've attacked me and like it hasn't done anything to, it just hasn't done anything. Yeah, so that's the current problem that I'm currently in. And I'm trying to solve. And then after I figured that out, I have to figure out the UI of like the stats and stuff, which is gonna be something I'm gonna have to figure out after I figure out the health bar. So that's gonna be really tricky. So that'll be a fun challenge. And again, I'm not like a naturally good scripter. It's just not how my brain works. My brain works like an artist. So even though I really like the idea of scripting, and I kind of get into the problem solving of it, I just, when I get down to it, my brain just doesn't understand it. It doesn't wrap its mind around it. And so I'm having a hard time for that reason. I have to get like assistance from other people, because I'm like, I get like most of it, but then I just don't get like the details of it. So I have to be like, I have to go up and ask them and be like, why is this happening? Why is that happening? I mean, I'm doing a lot better than I did before I took scripting class. But it would be nice if I had a scripting brain, but I can't do everything. I mean, I'm doing all the art for the game, so I can't be a master artist, master designer, and master programmer. I mean, I guess I could, but I can't get myself too hard of a time. But the only problem is that gamers are really extreme. They want the game exactly the way they like it. So if me as a one-person team, if I put this game out and the combat isn't like super fucking amazing, I'll get a bunch of negative reviews. And the thing is, I could just take out combat completely, but the thing is like in the story, there's soldiers and there are cops. So there's combat, and I don't want to do a QTE. Or anything like that, and I don't want to do it through cinemas. I just think that's a waste. So like some combat, even if the combat isn't like phenomenal, it's not like XCOM, I think some combat would be cool. It would just make the person playing feel like they're involved in what the characters are doing, versus having like a Telltale game where you just make choices during the fight scenes. But the problem with that is that the combat may just not be an XCOM level of greatness. It may just be like, you know, it may just be like functional. But we'll see how far this goes. I mean, I got some stuff to work. So, and I'm sorry if I keep banging the desk. I have a problem where I like to move a lot, and so I hit the desk, and I don't think of being that loud. So we'll see how it goes. I'm really hoping we'll get this. The guy who made the asset will get back to me, and we'll figure out the health bar. After I get health bar, figure out the UI. And then that's like 90% of the battle. Then I have to do more complex stuff like cover, which will be very difficult to do. I'm not looking forward to programming that. But that might be like more of a stretch goal kind of thing that I do later on. Because I think if I don't have cover, I think I can kind of fake the game out to people being like, well, the cover's not in yet, but you can fight, and I can put it on itch.io, and people would be like, oh, okay, this can be developed. So I might, the cover might be a stretch goal, because that is going to be so hard. It's going to be very difficult to code that properly with the asset. If I had programmed the entire asset myself, then yeah, it wouldn't be a big deal. But because I didn't, and I don't know the code, I don't know what to put in to get the cover to work. Like, thinking about it makes sense to me. I just put, like, but collisions alongside of cover. Then when these units enter collision around the railings or whatever, it just impacts the defense stats that's in the asset. And or it just goes, it makes like a random range percentage, and if it hits a certain percentage, then it just doesn't execute the attack function, which is I can do, but again, I have to know the coding of the asset to do that, and it's so inconsistent across all the board, all the scenes. It's hard to do that. Not to bag on the asset, because the asset, it's a good asset, but it's just more of like programmer friendly than just like the regular day consumer friendly. So it's like, if you have a good backbone in programming, then the asset is great. If you're kind of weak in the programming area, then it's kind of complicated. It's kind of hard to figure out what all of it means and what scripts you use for what, and like what doesn't work or where, or why like certain assets, a certain geometry doesn't work, or why the camera doesn't work. It's like it's not user friendly for people who don't know that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm optimistic because I've only been working on this for a week and then I've gotten this far, so I can't really I can't make big announcements now saying that the cover's not gonna work, because I might be able to get it to work. That would be fantastic. If it get covered work, then oh my god, that would really help with the combat. And then I could just focus on, because then I would say, okay, the combat's good enough, and then I could focus on dialogue scripting, which would not be hard. Not with another asset I have. I always have to use assets because I'm a one-man team. With another asset I have, all the dialogue stuff will not be difficult, but I'm much more interested in the dialogue stuff than the combat stuff. Because that's how the first Vacant was, and as a consumer, I just like dialogue stuff more, I like relationship stuff more. And I can make it really complex, the dialogue stuff, if I just figure out the basics of the combat. So, we'll see. But again, we're early in development, so who knows. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I don't know when another devlog's gonna come, because I think most of what I'm going to be doing, unless I show you guys a bunch of programming, but I think a lot of what I'm going to be doing is designing the UI and figuring out the programming, so I don't know when I'll see you guys again. If I get a lot figured out, maybe within the next few weeks. Trying to make these more frequent, I think, because the last one was like a few months ago. I'm goofed and I just forgot to make another devlog. I'm a really busy guy, so I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget to update the show on Wednesdays because I'm so busy. It's insane. I have school, I'm looking for jobs. I always have to keep up with health stuff, which takes up most of my time. I love having health problems, they're great. So yeah, I'm overwhelmed. I also have a freelance gig I'm doing right now. So I'm back to back, and I'm trying to start dating. Well, I should talk about that on this. This is devlog thing. You guys don't want to hear about that, but I'm asexual for those who don't know. For frequent people, I'm asexual for the frequent people. not to put personal stuff on the devlog. I'm just rambling now, but yeah, I figured I should start branching out and maybe start dating. But that's another added thing to all of this. So it's just a lot. And I'm still trying to meet up with friends. So it's like I have social life, work, school, and then health problems. So I don't have a lot of time. I really don't. So if I forget to update one of the videos, it's because I don't know, I'm just overwhelmed or something. But anyway, I'm done rambling. I'll see you guys on another one of these, I guess, in a while. And I'll see you guys later. Hello guys, if you like this video, please consider checking out my game Vacant. It's free right now off of itch.io in early access. I would really love to hear you guys' feedback and comments and all that jazz. The link will be in the description if you want to see more.